Hello again, everyone. I'm John Schaefer, and I am passionate about individual and organizational performance improvement. Most people in organizations today learn through some type of what is considered adult learning. Over the years, I've learned that it's useful for people involved in adult learning to have some idea of how or why adults learn. Today, I'm going to speak about that for just a few minutes. A popular theory about how or why adults learn is known as andragogy. Malcolm Knowles popularized the term in the 1960s and 70s. Although it is usually applied to instructor-led training, the principles can be applied across the spectrum of performance solutions. Andragogy includes 6 assumptions about why adults learn: need to know, self-concept, role of experience, readiness to learn, learning orientation, motivation to learn. Today, I'd like to briefly discuss each of those. Need to know. Adults need to know why a particular topic is important for them to learn. This can be succinctly termed as the WIFM factor. What's in it for me? If adults don't see the WIFM, they are far less likely to engage in a learning activity. Facilitators can use a few simple tactics to help meet this need. They can find out at the beginning of the course what learners hope to learn in the course and why they see that as beneficial. If learners are unsure what they hope to learn, facilitators can give them some possible outcomes and benefits to learning what is covered in the course. Once the facilitator knows what the learner hopes to learn and why the learner considers it beneficial, the facilitator can relate what is covered in the course to the learner's needs. Self-concept. Adults have the concept that they are in control of their own lives. Thus, they want to have at least some control over their learning activities. This can be one of the more difficult items to deal with. However, it is not impossible. Once facilitators know what learners hope to learn in the course and why they see that as beneficial, they can, in some instances, structure the course flow and content around the learner's needs. As much as possible, they can alter the time spent on the various course objectives to tailor them to the learner. They may be able to spend more time and place more emphasis on objectives for which learners express more interest. They can spend less time on objectives for which learners express less interest. Role of experience. Adults have years of experience and prior knowledge to build upon, and they want to be recognized for that experience and knowledge. Depending on their personality, they may want to share that knowledge and experience with others. Learners with pertinent knowledge can be a valuable resource for the skilled facilitator. If a learner has detailed knowledge about a particular objective, a facilitator might even be able to have the learner give input about that topic. However, this can also be a double-edged sword, as sometimes what people think they know may not actually be correct. The facilitator is responsible to make sure learners get the correct information. Readiness to learn. Adults are more ready to learn when what they are learning has a short-term impact on them. They are less ready to learn when what they are learning will not be used for months. This relates again to the WIFM. Facilitators must relate course information to adults' short-term needs. This also speaks to the importance of the facilitator finding out what the learner expects from the training. Facilitators can structure practice activities that stimulate learners' real-life situations. Learning orientation. Adults are interested in learning that will help them deal with situations they face in their daily lives. Learning should be problem-centered or task-centered rather than content-centered. In other words, it should solve some problem or issue they are dealing with rather than just provide information. Facilitators should provide enough flexibility in lessons so they can address learners' real-life issues. Motivation to learn. Adults' motivation to learn is much more internal than external. Although they can be induced to learn by external motivators such as getting a promotion or a raise, they're even more motivated by internal motivators such as increased job satisfaction or self-esteem. Facilitators should include activities that lead to a sense of accomplishment for the learners. If you'd like more information about how adults learn or other instructional systems design topics, please watch some of my other videos. If you'd like a customized course on adult learning, or like to discuss how we can work together, please contact me through my website at www.johnwschaefer.com. I look forward to talking to you again real soon.